The F-15 is one of the most respected fighter jets in history. This isn't just a machine, it's a symbol of American air power, a veteran of many missions, and proof of great engineering. The F-15EX is the newest version of this legendary air superiority fighter, which has been around for a long time. The United States is currently testing this powerful new version to not only keep its dominance in the sky, but also to make sure it can handle the demands of modern warfare. And don't get it wrong, this isn't just a better jet. It's a beast that has come back to life, sharper, smarter, and stronger than ever. The story of the F-15 began in the 1960s, when the Cold War was at its most tense. The U.S. military was heavily involved in the Vietnam War at the time, and there were growing concerns about what the future of tactical aircraft should be. There was a lot of arguing in the Department of Defense. Some people wanted cheap fighters for short-range missions, while others wanted high-performance jets that could handle any threat, no matter where it was. The Soviet Union's release of the MiG-25 in 1967 was a turning point. This was a fast, high-altitude interceptor that surprised American military planners. It was no longer up for debate that a powerful new fighter was needed. It was an urgent need. In response, the United States started the FX program to make a new generation of air superiority fighter. A number of big aerospace companies wanted the contract, but the Air Force gave it to McDonnell Douglas in 1969. The F-15, which they designed, would go on to be one of the best fighter planes ever made. It made its first flight in 1972 and quickly showed that it was a game-changing platform. In just 1 minute, it could go up to 30,000 feet. It was very nimble because its thrust-to-weight ratio was more than 1:1. And maybe most impressively, it was strong enough to handle even the most unexpected problems, like when an Israeli F-15 lost an entire wing in a mid-air collision and still managed to land safely. Over the years, the F-15 has changed into many different models, each one better than the last. The Air Force started to look for replacements, though, because time waits for no jet. The F-22 Raptor is a stealthy 5th-generation fighter that takes air dominance to a whole new level. The F-22, on the other hand, was expensive and needed a lot of work to keep it running, not to mention that they only made a few of them. Then there was the F-35, a stealth fighter that could do a lot of things and had even better sensors and network capabilities. But here's the problem. Neither of those platforms could match the F-15's raw speed or payload capacity. That's when the F-15EX comes in. The Air Force decided to improve the F-15 platform instead of starting from scratch and building a whole new plane. This new version, called Eagle II, is a smart mix of old-school power and new tech. The body of the plane is still the same as the original F-15, but almost everything else inside has been changed or improved. The result is a fighter that combines raw power with digital accuracy. Before we move on, like the video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. No, let's move on with our video. The F-15EX's amazing payload is among the first things you notice about it. More munitions than any other US fighter, it can carry close to 30,000 pounds. From sidewinders and AMRAAMs to long-range JSSMs, HARM missiles, and even hypersonic weapons like the AGM-183A ARRW, this comprises a terrifying array of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. It can carry up to 12 air-to-air missiles in some configurations, and future loadouts may enable it to carry 16 or more, according to rumors. This enables the F-15EX to control the skies and accurately hit ground targets hundreds of miles away. The improvements are just as remarkable underneath. Two General Electric F-110GE-129 engines, each capable of producing more than 29,000 pounds of thrust, power the F-15EX. Because of this, it can move faster than any other fighter currently in production in the United States, including the F-22 Raptor. The aircraft has a modern cockpit with large flat panel displays, sophisticated mission computers, and a digital fly-by-wire control system. The joint helmet-mounted cueing system, which enables pilots to target adversaries simply by glancing at them, is another advantage. There has also been a significant upgrade to the radar. The AN/APG-82 AESA radar, a high-performance system that can track multiple targets at long range, even in contested environments, is installed on the F-15EX. Additionally, it is equipped with state-of-the-art electronic warfare equipment such as the Eagle Passive Active Warning and Survivability System, EPAWSS, which offers defense against incoming missiles, jamming, and enemy radars. It can detect covert threats without depending entirely on radar thanks to its infrared tracking systems. The best part, though? When compared to more recent stealth fighters, the F-15EX is remarkably inexpensive and simple to maintain. The supply chain is established, maintenance crews are already familiar with working on it, and it is based on an airframe that has been in use for decades. The end product is a fighter with superior performance at a significantly reduced life cycle cost. That's a big plus in a time when money is always tight. In spite of this, the F-15EX is not intended to take the place of the F-22 or the F-35. It enhances them instead. Stealth aircraft like the F-35 may take the lead in future missions by penetrating enemy airspace with their low radar signature. From just behind the front lines, the F-15EX could deliver significant firepower by transporting heavier weapons, serving as a missile truck, or fending off waves of approaching enemy fighters. By doing this, the Eagle II is collaborating with more recent aircraft to create a more powerful and adaptable force rather than competing with them. When you consider that the F-35 can cost even more depending on configuration, the Eagle II's $87.7 million price tag seems excessive. The F-15EX is a sweet spot for the Air Force because it is strong, well-proven, and unencumbered by some of the developmental snags in more recent programs. The Air Force faces a significant challenge in the future. It is making significant investments in drones and autonomous aircraft, developing the 6th Generation Next Generation Air Dominance (NGAD) program, and developing stealth bombers like the B-21 Raider. However, none of these initiatives are yet prepared to assume control, and for that reason, the F-15EX is so important. It bridges an important gap. Today, it is robust, dependable, and ready. This raises the question of whether the Air Force should put more money into this tried-and-true platform or concentrate solely on the newest, flashiest technology of the future? That argument is still going on. One thing is certain though, the F-15EX is unmatched in terms of speed, payload, and dependability. It demonstrates that, on occasion, improving upon what is already effective is the best course of action. With its strength, speed, and readiness for anything, the F-15EX provides a bonus tool. The Eagle II is not just a new fighter jet. It can lead the charge with a full payload of air-to-air missiles or fly alongside state-of-the-art drones. It's a declaration that America is still capable of controlling the airspace.